What is going on, Skull family? I'm Kyle, he's Darin, and this is the Purple Dopes with Hopes podcast. Darin, okay, so if you have not followed along with the Purple Dopes with Hopes podcast yet, or subscribed to our YouTube channel, I would encourage you guys to do that this moment in time because I feel like anytime we drop an episode, literally within 2 hours, something big happens for the Vikings. Good or bad, something big happens for the Vikings. Am I wrong here?
No, you're going to see some news this afternoon. I can't say what it's going to be, but it's going to be something.
Absolutely. I mean, it just seems inevitable that anytime I click publish on our podcast, something is going to happen within 2 hours. And literally on Monday, on the publishing of our last episode 11, now we're on episode 12, within 2 hours, JJ McCarthy's out 2 to 4 weeks.
Crazy. And again, like what's crazy is like they showed the play that it happened on, and he still played like half a game after
Yeah.
that. Looked like he was moving around just fine, which I'm sure there's adrenaline and all that coming into
Yeah.
play, but just wild that like I didn't even consider he'd be hurt coming out of that game.
No, I mean, our conversation on Monday, there was not even a question in our mind
Mm.
that JJ was not going to continue to be the quarterback of the Minnesota Vikings. And
Yep.
now here we are moving into week 3 against the Cincinnati Bengals at home, and Carson Wentz is our quarterback one.
Carson Wentz. Oof. Brought him in late as the backup. Yeah. I don't know. I'm still feeling encouraged. I mean, let's just jump right into this. Carson Wentz, man. Um, Journeyman quarterback,
Yeah,
number 2 overall pick in, I believe, 2016.
2016.
Had that MVP caliber season in 17 before he got hurt.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, and he's obviously had a shaky go as of late.
Hmm.
But when you look back through his career, he's had some good games, good seasons. The arm talent certainly there. Again, I think as Viking fans, hopefully KOC is doing the KOC thing, getting him ready to play.
Yes.
Because there's no doubt that he's got the skill, right? It's
Hmm.
just, can he get his mind right? Can he be in the playbook? Which again, for a guy that's making his sixth start for his sixth different team in 6 years,
6 years.
uh, it seems like he can pick up playbooks. So
Yes.
hopefully, KOC's got him dialed in. Obviously, he played that year with the Rams, that familiarity with the system that KOC runs. So we'll see. I mean, as always, I'm looking at this, glass half full because I mean,
You
why
got
else
to.
would I? We're 2 games in, man. I know a lot of people are ready to wave the white flag, but we're 2 games in. If you're gonna have
Yes.
injuries, have them now.
Yeah.
Nothing,
Yeah.
and it's nothing that's really season engine for most of the guys. So let's, steal a few wins and see what happens.
Yeah, that's kind of where I'm at Carson Wentz. I mean, I've seen everything from the Vikings are finished, it's over, to KOC magic is going to happen again, and Carson Wentz is going to lead us to the promised land. I'm a little bit in the middle on all of this.
Yeah.
Carson Wentz, I got his stats here: 164 total TDs in his career, 62.7% passing percentage. He's got 22,410 yards. I mean, the guy has been throwing the ball since
Yeah.
2016. So, can we have confidence in him as a quarterback? Yeah, I think we can.
Yep.
Can we expect a repeat of Sam Darnold from last year? I'm not there on that yet.
No.
I am on, if we can get to the bye week, 3-2.
Yep.
If we can win this weekend, I think this weekend's a big one. If we can win this weekend, steal a win overseas, I
Yep.
think 3-2 Carson Wentz, we are very happy as Vikings fans moving in past the bye week to whatever it's going to look like on JJ's injury. Now, you kind of said it. JJ plays the rest of the game. Is this a precautionary thing? Is this a, hey, let's let him sit for a little bit and watch type of thing? I've heard kind of a forced bench. I don't know about that. I think,
He's in a
I
boot
think,
right now. I don't buy that. He's in a boot.
yeah, I think if we are talking playoffs, he's probably preparing to play. Week 3 in the NFL in a long, long season, I think it's probably the right call to make sure that he's good to go before he's back there under center.
And like Wentz told him, I mean, you got a long career, man. Like this
Yes.
is one, it's a short period of time and what's going to be a long career.
Yeah.
I agree. Let's get him healthy. Let's get him right. Because the other thing is like, do you want your, for all intents and purposes, rookie quarterback going out there
Hmm.
and playing when he's 70% behind a line that so far has been incredibly shaky for
Yeah.
the amount of money that we invested in the line? It's not been doing JJ any favors in the past game. Obviously down Christian Darrisaw, which is a huge loss.
Yeah.
Even with, without Darrisaw, you would expect better pass protection than we've been able to muster up at this point.
Yeah, I mean, I saw the purple persuasion on Twitter. Great follow there for you X people. Sorry, not Twitter. Here's our rankings for our O line. Left tackle Justin Scole, 70th out of 70.
Yeah.
Donovan Jackson, 63rd out of 69. Michael Jurgens, 29th out of 34 centers. Will Fries, 67th out of 69. Brian O'Neill, 16th out of 70. So, Brian O'Neill, kudos to you for being in the top 20, but holy
Which,
moly. Like you
yeah,
were
you'd expect that for O'Neill, but
Yeah,
everyone
but
else.
like you were saying, I mean, to that be the focus of our
Yeah,
offseason, to bring in the guys we brought in to be in the bottom barrel of rankings at this point in week two, it's a little discouraging, and you can understand why we're having the struggles we're having offensively.
absolutely. And then you get beyond JJ. I mean, this was already, happening after week one, but there are just the injuries are stacking up, man. And
Yeah.
JJ was kind of that first domino to fall, but then you
Yes.
go Aaron Jones back on IR. You bring
Yeah.
in Cam Akers, which again, I think a lot of us are like, at what point are we bringing in Cam Akers, right? Like,
What?
we know what's going to
Well,
happen.
welcome back, Cam Akers. By the way, holy moly!
Hero
I
of the Green Bay Packer game.
I cannot believe the circle that we're on with this guy
It's,
Cam Akers.
it's amazing,
I saw something posted the other day that said Cam Akers might as well just get a lifetime contract with the Minnesota Vikings at this point.
right?
Like let's just
Seriously.
lifetime the guy.
100%. Yeah. At least like is there a right of first refusal contract where we can like, check in with us? No, we don't need you yet. You can go play with another team.
Yeah, but let's talk about Aaron Jones a little bit. I mean, we've kind of been the whole time Jordan Mason's going to evolve as the
Yeah.
running back one. I think we've already really seen Jordan
Yeah,
Mason kind of the cream rising the top as far as the guy,
absolutely.
hitting holes, running hard. So is this a
It's
terrible thing for the Vikings that Jordan Mason's kind of elevated to that running back one, going to get majority of the carries now?
I mean, you wouldn't want to see it happening through injury. Like
Yeah.
Aaron Jones, I think still has a role to play again, like
Yes.
in the pass game, pass protection. I think he's pretty solid there. Running the ball, it's just not his strength anymore. So I'd have liked to have seen this happen more naturally than through injury.
Hmm.
That being said, I think Cam Akers can come in. He's shown what he can do both in the run game and the pass game. I don't think that loss kills us.
Yeah.
I love Aaron Jones, but you know, again, like you look at a guy like that, I'm not sure how serious this injury is going to end up being.
Yeah.
Let's say, he's out 4 to 6 to 8 weeks, comes back slowly, and then he's fresh in the playoffs. I mean, we saw what he did his last year at the Packers when he was fresh in the
Yeah.
playoffs.
That's a very good point.
So again, like he's the kind of guy, if he's ready to go, at the end of the season, I'd be pretty stoked about
Yeah.
that. So
Yeah. I
not
mean,
going to kill us right now.
if
And
Jordan
again, like
if
we
Jordan
are
Ma-
the purple dopes with hopes.
with hopes, always with hopes. And
So
I mean, Jordan Mason is a younger
yeah,
running back. Is he a
absolutely. Oh,
guy
yeah.
that can carry the load through
And he
the
runs
the
hard.
grueling, 5 to 12 weeks? Yeah, I think he could do that. And then bring in a guy like Cam Akers who knows this system, can come in there as your
Yeah.
third down guy. I'm not as worried or concerned. The hopes are much higher in the running back room than they are in the quarterback room.
I mean, the 2 weeks where Aaron Jones has been healthy, I mean, it's not like our running game tore it up.
Very
So
true.
I think again, hopefully the focus shifts more to developing that run game. Seems like we're going to get CD back at left tackle this week. That'll be huge if that can work out.
Yeah,
Uh,
he did.
Especially having bringing in a guy like Trey Hendrickson, where he's not quite that Micah Parsons-esque, but he's next tier, and so
Yes.
not an easy guy to block. So it'll be
Well,
helpful to have our starting tackle back.
Well, I did see that Darisaw was a full practice participant yesterday. So
Yep,
I mean,
he's trending in the right direction,
that to
man.
me is
Yep,
huge.
yep, for
Um,
sure.
However, Ryan Kelly did not practice, not expected to play this week. So we are
Yep,
going to be,
which bummer. You don't want to lose your starting center, especially a guy that we invested in like that.
yeah,
But um, again, if you're going to lose a spot, I think backup center is where we're probably most solid along the offensive
Yeah.
line. So, again, you bring in Darisaw, hopefully Fries, Jackson kind of pick it up. Would love to see us just like develop the run early and, see Jordan Mason run for 150 and a couple of touchdowns, make it easy on Carson coming in his first
Yeah.
game. Manage the game, let the D do what the D does. And,
Well, I
you
don't
know,
know. I saw a video yesterday of Carson Wentz talking about his Vikings fandom
yeah, oh,
and
yeah.
being a
Yeah.
Vikings fan growing up and how it's going to mean a little bit more
Bismarck,
to
North
him,
Dakota. Yep.
a little bit more to him coming out of that tunnel. I don't know. I mean, I'm always with hopes. I'm always going to be with hopes, but I
Absolutely.
could see him, managing the game well, throwing in a couple touchdowns, but you never know. He could just come out there. I mean, he could come out there and have a dud. He could have a dud of a game. Let's be
Could,
honest.
could
But he
come
could
out
also come
fired.
out. He could
Yeah, come
also
out
come out
fired.
there with Jordan Addison coming back week 4.
Yep.
He's got Justin Jefferson. So, I mean, there's a guy there he can throw the ball to.
Absolutely.
Even bad throws, Justin Jefferson can figure out how to make those look good.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I'm not in the tank on this. I think that this could be a decent stretch of games where the Vikings could figure out who they are, and then JJ
Absolutely.
comes in after the bye week and he's ready to go.
Honestly, I could see him being more aggressive as well.
Yeah,
JJ coming out his first couple of
for
starts,
sure.
doesn't want to turn it over, wants to complete passes, might be playing tight. A guy like Carson Wentz might just come out and grip and rip, and we'll
Yeah,
see. Might
and
lead
that
to 3 or 4 picks, but might lead to 3 or 4 touchdowns. So
absolutely,
exciting to
absolutely.
see what he brings to the table on Sunday.
Well, I want to get a little bit of I want to play a little bit of that devil's advocate here because our boy Brosmer did get elevated to quarterback 2. We
Yes,
brought
yeah.
in Desmond Ritter,
Desmond Ritter, just
Cincinnati Bengals.
an emergency quarterback,
Yeah,
but
Cincinnati Bengals, by the way. So maybe that gives us a little bit of an advantage. I don't know.
sure.
Um, but let's talk. At what point would KOC say, Brosmer, take the reins? Let's see what happens.
Yeah, I, I don't know, man. I mean, he'd do it before Desmond Ritter, obviously.
Yes.
Personally, I feel like it would have to be an injury to Wentz for that to
Yeah.
happen.
Yes.
I
That's fair.
don't. Again, maybe Brosmer showing him something in practice, but it seems like even if Wentz is going out turning it over more than KOC would like, seems like he's probably going to roll with him, and it just is
Yeah.
what it is. So
Yeah.
could be wrong. The other thing that I've heard, which is funny, is like people like, well, what happens if Wentz just tears it up and
Oh,
then Jake's
yes.
ready to go? And I'm like, well, that's probably a good problem to have.
Yeah. I
Have
would agree.
the guy playing is playing great.
Hmm.
JJ's ready to go. Again, do you roll with Wentz? Sure. Does that hurt JJ's feelings? No. I think if that's Kirk Cousins in there, yeah, he gets a little, his feelings are a little hurt, but I don't think
Yeah.
JJ would react that way just based on what I've seen from him. I think he understands that he didn't play well the first couple of games.
Yeah.
He's going to go back, work to get better. I don't think he's worried about that. He doesn't
Yeah.
seem like the kind of guy that has the mentality of just worrying about the past. So
Yeah.
even if Wentz comes in, he's playing well. I think that's a good problem to have. And
Agreed.
JJ is our long-term
Yeah.
quarterback. Like there's no doubt about that.
Well, yeah. And I mean, JJ McCarthy's 22 years old. Like,
22.
he has got so much time left in this league
Absolutely.
for him to sit and learn more. I think he's going to understand that piece to it. I was listening to Paul Allen yesterday, and Rich Gannon was on the show, and Rich
Yeah,
Gannon was just,
I listened to the
did
same
you
one.
listen
Yeah.
to that? And
Yep.
Rich Gannon made a comment about how his first couple years in the Vikings, no one gave him confidence in
Yeah.
being the quarterback of the Minnesota Vikings. I
Yep.
think we've instilled that in JJ. I don't think that's
Absolutely.
going to go away. If Carson Wentz plays well, I think he's going to understand, hey, we got to go with what's working right now because the first 2 weeks it wasn't working. But that
Yep.
doesn't mean that I'm not going to be the guy moving forward. And KOC's not going to take that confidence away that he's given him.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Like he knows he's a snap away at all times.
Yes.
And again, I'm not even saying that's going to happen. I'm
Yeah.
just saying that's a good problem to have.
But let's be hopeful, man. Let's
If-
hope. Let's be hopeful. Carson Wentz goes 3-0 into the bye week.
It's just it. I'm a massive Carson Wentz fan right now.
Yeah.
If we're 3-0 into the bye, he's tearing it up. Like, yeah, let's come out. He'll play his
Yeah.
former team, the Eagles, out of the bye, and let's see what happens.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I did want to talk to you a little bit about the little bit big picture NFL here because I heard something. 40 different QBs are going to have started after this week in the NFL. Last season, 63 total quarterbacks started.
Yep.
So we're already well past the halfway point, only 3 weeks in. Like, as you think of kind of big picture NFL, like, where does your brain go on that stat?
Yeah, I mean, I guess I haven't. This is more of a, we'll call it speculation,
Yeah,
more than a guess. But I think these younger guys, like JJ, for example, he's taken some hits, and it's like,
yeah,
dude, it's one thing to get sacked. I get that happens. You might take a hit or two, but when you're running the ball, you got to get down. You
yeah,
can't don't get those extra 2 yards.
yeah,
I mean, if you're, diving for a first down on the sidelines, sure. But in the middle of the field, just get down.
yeah,
Live to see the next play. Um, and yeah, I mean, I don't know, it feels like that's not really instilled in a lot of these guys in college.
yeah. That's very
So I
true.
think I think that again, a lot of these run pass options,
Yeah.
things like that, where you get these athletic quarterbacks out on the edge, that's great, but they got to be getting down before they take those
Yeah.
hits.
Yeah. Well, and I also think, I don't know if it was last episode or the episode before, alluded to it. These guys aren't playing in the preseason. So their game experience for a lot of these young guys is still that college mindset. So then all of a sudden you
Absolutely.
put them into the pro game. I mean, the actual season games. I mean, it's easy to default what you've always done,
Yep.
especially, those guys who've been in college 3 or 4 years playing in the
Yeah.
same system. So I think the increase in preseason snaps, getting them comfortable in there, and then continuing to remind them, especially in the game situation, because practice is one thing, but games, a lot of times you revert back to what you know in those type of situations, which is put
And
my
it's
head
just
down, get the first yard, and run. And now we're seeing these injuries pile up on these guys.
and it's a different game in the NFL.
Yeah.
It's one thing for JJ McCarthy when he's at Michigan and they're playing, Central Michigan, or no knock
Yes.
on them, but it's, yeah, you can run away from a lot of guys. You're a better athlete than a lot of the guys. In
Yeah.
the NFL, you are not a better athlete than like a lot of these linebackers or
Absolutely.
defense. Like they are as fast as it gets. They're gonna hit you hard. So you gotta, yeah, gotta have the mentality of yeah, get the first down, but protect yourself. And
Yeah, and I mean, it's. I always talk to students about this. It's like in the NFL, the best guy is at every position.
yes,
Right? In college, you might have the 52nd best linebacker and
yep,
the first best defensive end. In the NFL, it's the first and the first in every single position. So
absolutely.
it's a
Yep.
much different game. So, all right, my man, I got a question for you.
Love it.
Let's go best case scenario here. What is your hopes for us moving forward? Let's say until week six when we got that bye. What is your hope with Carson Wentz as a starter? Best case scenario.
I mean, best case scenario is Carson Wentz goes 3-0 and tears it up.
Yeah,
And then McConnell has a decision to make, which obviously for him will probably be a tough call. But I think as a fan, like I want to see our guys play well.
yeah,
If Wentz is throwing 3 touchdowns a game, 250 to 300 yards a game, high completion percentage, low turnovers, I mean, that would be huge.
yeah,
So I think that's best case scenario, specifically from the quarterback play. More broadly, just getting healthy. I'm
yeah,
hopeful that Cashman can come
yes,
off the IR right after the bye week, play against
yeah.
the Eagles. That'd be huge. There's obviously, I think that Ivan
Getting,
Pace is just a different player without Cashman in there.
yeah, getting Hitman back out there. Van Ginkel. I mean,
Yep. Hopefully they're back this week. I mean,
that'd be
and it seems
awesome.
like Harry will probably be, snap count would be my guess, where he's playing maybe, 1/3 to half the game at
Yeah.
most. But just getting him back in there will be great. Cashman seems like he's going to be a go. Okuda's full practice right now.
Yes.
So yeah, I mean, again, if you're gonna have injuries that, no one wants serious injuries, but you're gonna have these little bumps and bruises, let's get them out of the way right now.
Yeah.
If we can weather the storm, 2-1, 3-0,
Yeah.
it's huge going into. I mean, if we're 4-1, Eagles, I mean, I'm just gonna guess they're gonna be five or probably 6-0 at that
6-0
point.
at that point. Yeah.
Coming, but they're coming to US Bank Stadium,
Yeah.
man. So that'll be a fun one to be at if we can get there.
Man, Carson Wentz gets hot, goes undefeated. Eagles come to town, and he gives them their first loss. Oh man,
That'll be
how
amazing.
how excited would we be as Vikings fans?
And especially if we're back to full strength, essentially.
Yeah,
Maybe JJ's out, but hopefully we're pretty much at full strength there with people through the bye, getting healthy, getting a week of rest. So
Yeah.
yeah, we'll see. But I think a lot to look forward to for Vikings fans. We're still the same team.
Yes.
You know, I will admit, I said this right before we started the recording. Last week at this time to this week at this time, it's like a 180 on how I feel
Oh my
going
gosh.
into that Sunday night game. I don't think I've been more excited for a football game in a
Yeah.
long time.
Hmm.
And then the way it went, it kind of sucked all the air out of the stadium for sure. And just as a fan, I'm like, oh my gosh. And it just is like a kind of a weird feeling right now.
Yeah.
Not that I think that we're gonna or that the season's gonna fall apart, but you're just like there's just so many questions.
Yeah. And I think
Isn't
that's
typical of a KOC week 3.
yeah, that's where I'm at right now is after week 1, I felt like we had so many answers. This
Especially
week,
that fourth quarter, right?
yeah, after that fourth quarter, get the
Yep.
win. And now I feel like this week I have so many questions.
Yeah, exactly.
But for me, I think, best case scenario with Carson, he takes us, 2-1, gets us 2 wins, one of those overseas. I feel like we got to win this week against the Bengals. Takes us 2-1. We're 3-2 going into the bye. Time for guys to get healthy, time for guys to come back, and then we're coming back full steam week 7 against the Eagles.
I don't think that's best case scenario.
I mean, that's my hope, I guess. Yeah.
Okay,
Best
minimum.
case scenario would be Carson Wentz
I
is
feel like minimum
the,
we need to go 2-1.
the second coming of Randall Cunningham would be best case scenario for Carson Wentz for me.
Wouldn't that be something?
He's
Yeah.
a former Eagles quarterback. Let's go. Come
Right,
on.
yeah. Lightning does strike twice. Yeah, we'll see.
Um,
Yeah, I mean, 3-2 into the bye wouldn't be the worst.
yeah.
Obviously, the Steelers, I think they can be good. I'm still trying to figure them out. Um, this weekend against the Bengals at home, Joe Burrow isn't playing. Their defense is pretty suspect.
Yeah,
It's a game you have to have.
for sure.
So I'd love
And
to see us come out of that, and then yeah, we'll see
with
what
our
happens
with our
overseas.
defense playing as good as it's been playing,
Yeah,
I think it's going to be a problem for Jake Browning. I really do.
yeah,
I think it's going to be a problem if we can lock down the run game. If Chase Brown, does what
that's the
Bijan
key.
does, then we're in
Oh
trouble. But
boy.
I think if we can lock down that run game, Jake Browning and our current state of our defense is going to be a problem.
Well, I listened to a little bit of Brian Flores' presser this week, and again, it's getting those stops on first, second down, stopping the run where it's second and long, third and long,
Yes.
where you can really pin your ears back, and that's when the sacks and the
Yep.
turnovers come.
Yep. Absolutely.
It just has been we've been looking at second and 3, third and 1, like pretty much all season long. Which for the D,
Yeah.
it's hard to get off the field in that respect, and they've done a good job limiting the points.
Yes.
But we need to start seeing, the sacks and the turnovers like we had last year.
Yeah, and time of possession as well. I think we need
Absolutely.
to see that shift.
That's
That
also
needs
the
to be.
offense needs, a
Yeah.
couple first downs here and there as
Yes.
well.
That would be nice. um, all right. Well, hey, let's go best case scenario. Okay, I got a little question for you here.
All right.
I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 quarterbacks who came in at some point during the season as a backup and led their team to the Super Bowl and won. Can you name 4 of them?
4 of the quarterbacks that came in at any point during the season.
Yes, as a backup and took over and led their team to a
I
Super
mean,
Bowl
Nick
win.
Foles is the one that kind of hurts because we were hoping Case Keenum would have been the guy to do that, but
Nick Foles is the last one to do it. Yes.
Yep. Let's see. Tom Brady,
Tom Brady. Yep.
pretty obvious one. That kind of worked out for him and the Patriots. Let's see. You said there's 9 total.
There's 9 total. Yeah.
I just gotta
A
think
couple of
back.
them are 90s, early 2000s, and then a couple 80s and 70s guys.
Trying to think, was Dilfer the starter to start the season for
Good call,
Baltimore?
man. Trent
Okay.
Dilfer was you got
Okay,
3
I
there.
thought he was the backup. Yeah. Okay. Um,
Think
Kurt
grocery.
Warner. Kurt
Kurt
Warner.
Warner. All
Yep.
right. So
Kurt Warner.
there it is. You hit 4. So can you name any more?
Yeah, I
Uh,
think I can get there. Let's see. Um,
80s, 90s, and then man, you're going back on the last 2.
trying to think. 90s. I think I already.
We
Oh,
got,
shoot. It's Phil Simms backup.
you're right. Great mustache.
Hostetler.
Hostetler is correct for
Yep.
the Giants. Very nice.
Yeah. Oh, funny.
All right,
Uh,
you got four more. Man, 80s.
yeah, 80s I'm less versed in, I'd say.
This guy surprised me. Team name change. It's no longer the same name of the team.
I mean, all right, let's just hear it.
Okay, Doug Williams, which I was
Doug
surprised.
Williams for the well,
The
what was the
Redskins.
Redskins? You're right. Yep,
Yeah,
I did know that one. Yeah.
I didn't realize that he came in as a backup. And then the last two here, Roger Staubach.
Staubach? I didn't.
Yeah,
Yeah, okay, he was the backup for the. I didn't realize
yeah,
he was the backup for
I
the
didn't
Cowboys.
either.
Interesting.
And
Okay.
then Earl Moore for the Colts in Super Bowl V.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. So there you go.
Love
Uh,
it.
let's hear it from you guys, especially you guys on YouTube that could comment. How many of those did you know? Did you beat Darin's five, which I'm impressed on that. Well done. The Jeff Hostetler one, that one impressed me. You pulled that one out, so well done. And then if you are following along on our podcast platforms, please make sure that you drop a rating and then a review to the podcast of the Purple Dopes with Hopes. Darin, you're at the game this weekend, right?
I'll be there. Yep. Got
Okay.
first game with my oldest son. He's super excited. So looking forward to getting to the stadium, seeing a win.
Yeah, all right, Purple Dopers, don't overwhelm his kid with like the fandom and the fangirls coming and
Oh
wanting
no,
a
bring it
selfie.
on. He'd be excited. Let's see it. Section 101 will be hanging around there the whole time. So
Awesome.
if you see me,
Awesome.
come say hi. I'll be wearing my purple dope shirt.
Let's go. Let's
Speaking
go.
of the shirts, little announcement. We got an order on the way, right?
Yep, we do.
We got
We got
shirts
some
coming. We'll figure out a way to try to get those out to some of the listeners. But
yes.
yeah, shirts are on their way, and we'll figure out ways where we can hook you up.
Yeah, absolutely. So be ready for that. Keep tuning in. Keep following along. We always bring the hopes on the Purple Dopes with Hopes.
We're always hopes.
Remember, Skull family, we skull, you skull, we all skull together. Have a great week. Let's go Vikings on Sunday.
Skull.